Today I'm going to check my MacBook's battery consumption rate. How long does it last if I use it for 1 hour using normal activities? So first of all, I'm going to give you a brief description on my MacBook's specification. Firstly, this is MacBook Pro 13-inch 2017. So its RAM is 8 gigabyte and its uh, ROM is 256 gigabyte, and this is two Thunderbolt 3-port MacBook. So I bought it almost a year and a half ago. That means at the beginning of 2019. So this time it's almost April of 2020. So it's almost a year and 3 to 4 months. So today we are going to test the MacBook's battery consumption. So here in MacBook, I had charged it fully 100% a few minutes ago. So now it's 99%. And I have opened this document file, and at the back it's Safari. So mostly Safari takes a lot of battery, so Safari is responsible for a huge percentage of battery consumption. But today we're going to see for an hour, like if I keep using this browser for an hour, or I would not be only using the browser, but I'd be using Microsoft Word, I'll be using Safari, so I'll be opening few of the applications. So we'll see how long does this battery lasts. And this video is made to give you a fair idea about like battery consumption. If it's normally it's designed to give you a fair idea like how long does the MacBook's battery last. So normally it lasts quite good, like it's good for me. So for my use it's good, it lasts for like 4 to 5 hours for the normal use. But today we're going to see for 1 hour. Let us begin the normal uses. So at first let me search something. So for an entire hour I wouldn't be doing continuously, but I'll be pausing in the meantime. So you'll see like how long this battery goes, and now it's 98%. Yeah, so it keeps on decreasing. Now it's already less by 2. So let me search. So currently I can just go to google.com. So other thing to let you know, I have connected to Wi-Fi, so this is also taking my battery in the background, and my Skype is on. And what about this? This is ad blocker. My ad blocker is on. Then TV screen playing. That's on. So there's a lot of thing going at the background. So I had few applications open on my MacBook, so that would be also continuously consuming my battery. So overall, so battery would be normally consuming by many applications at the background. So my all these processes, computers processes, they are running at the back. They will be consuming battery, and the fan, the heating of this, normally the power system MacBook, that converts the electrical energy into heat energy, that's also consuming a battery. So there are a lot of things that is responsible to consume energy, to consume a battery. So in like many people think if they don't use the device, then their their percentage of charge, their battery percentage will remain constant. But that is somewhat true if you are not turning on your computer. But with it along the time, so battery, if you're still not using your computer, the battery still will die because of the environment. Charge it, the charge, normally battery means this device, this MacBook, it has a battery, it has a power storing power storing device or something. So that keeps losing the battery. So normally if you open it and if you don't use anything, still it's going to decrease. So here you can see it's 97%. So to reduce my battery consumption, I can lower my brightness. So let me do that. I don't know. That's fine. So let's do a quick search. Let's search about this thing. Over here I had written checking my MacBook's battery consumption percentage in 1 hour. So let's check. How long does a MacBook Pro 2017 battery last? Oh, it says, let me read it for you. Sorry. So this is i5 non-touch 2017. Yeah, exactly, this is the one. So its battery, what is 54? Let me go to next website. How long does not this? There are like a lot of questions in Google. It keeps on popping up. The most asked question, it's why is my MacBook Pro 2017 draining so fast? Possible cause. During the initial setup on your MacBook app global have more battery power than normal. Your battery might drain fast when you're working with Mac because for one or another you're running too many apps. Yeah. So sorry. So what things accounts for the more battery consumption is if you're running not a large, but if you're running 5 apps together, then they are consuming your battery percentage at the back. So that will also consume your battery fast. But there's another thing affecting the battery consumption rate. That's the lifetime of MacBook. So upon increasing on the lifetime of MacBook, the battery holding capacity of MacBook keeps on decreasing. Suppose here it says 8 hours 40 minutes. Yeah, this is the normal usage time. Like if you're using it normally, if you're using one application at a time, or if you're using generally with okay brightness with Wi-Fi, it lasts for 8 hours 40 minutes. But if you're using like a lot of processes at the background, it will be less than that. If you're using your Skype, if you're using like huge application that consumes a huge RAM, it's going to take a lot of battery percentage in short time. So please keep that in mind. So in a new MacBook, it might last for 8 hours 40 minutes, but upon going forward, like in a year or two, it might decrease. Like it might decrease up to 1 hour and 1 to 2 hours. Then it might be 6 hours, 40 minutes, or 7 hours. So that really depends. So now I'm checking on Safari. Let me go over here. Let me write something. Now it's 95. Oh, it already decreased by 5%. So let me write something. Factors affecting the life. That accounts for the fast drainage of the battery. Let me give it number 1. So first would be the lifetime of MacBook. This is one of the important factor affecting the lifetime of MacBook. So next would be using of the application that consumes huge RAM. So here I want to clarify, if it uses huge RAM, then it's taking a lot of processing time. So a lot of processing time results to the using of the all those cores in the MacBook, so it will take a lot of energy. So that's the other thing. Next one would be might be the brightness. Then brightness, use brightness, high brightness, high brightness, then number of connections like Bluetooth, and Wi-Fi, TV screening. So this might be the factors. These are the regular one. So let me correct it here. Think space. That's fine. So Bluetooth, it wants me to change it. Okay, change it. So next process would be solution. How can we reduce? Or save the battery? Number one would be less or turn off the background activities. This should be one. Then second would be just control brightness, Wi-Fi connection, number of Wi-Fi connection. Number of Wi-Fi connection if possible. Third would be if the MacBooks check the MacBook's battery capacity. Now we can check it and replace from store possible. Finally, I can suggest you use the genuine. I think I got it wrong. Genuine spelling. Yeah. Use the genuine charger. And yeah, recommended. This is recommended one. So here I want to talk about the advantage of using genuine charger. So if you see a charger for the specific MacBooks, they have designed charger with the specific watt. Normally from each MacBook to other MacBook it differs what's the number of watt like what's the power needed for the MacBook. So it's very important to have the correct charger for the correct MacBook for the proper charge. Suppose um, for my MacBook, I assume it's 45-watt charger, and if I use suppose 30-watt charger, so the result would be it will charge my laptop, but it will give less power. That means it might take a long time. It will take a long time. It will take slightly long time than the average time to charge my laptop. So if I use if I use the more watt, like more powers charger, then it might charge my laptop a little bit quicker, but sometime the more power it might damage the internal part. That's like pretty much practical thing, because it will really not affect the internal part, but in some case more power charger open charging my computer with higher power in regular basis, then it might affect my computer. So if it affects it might affect the battery, not the computer but battery. So batteries so my MacBook's battery is totally responsible for the consumption percentage, so it will ultimately affect the battery. So these are the basically things you can add up if you want to increase the MacBook's battery percentage. So let's get back to the business. We were checking the battery percentage, so it's 90% now. So I think tentatively it's what? How long we have been recording? Tentatively it might be more than like somewhat about 20 minutes, and it went down by 10%. So I will be recording this for an hour, and we'll be checking like how long my MacBook's battery lasts. So I already told you before too. So MacBook, let me open it this again. So it solely depends upon the lifetime of MacBook too. So I bought this MacBook almost a year and 3 months, last year 2019 January. So let's see how long it goes. So now I'm going to use Google Safari. So this is also one of the, it's 89 now, it keeps on decreasing. So let's do search on a few informative things. How long solution to save the MacBook's battery percentage. Okay, so I went to this website. So I have randomly chosen this website. So there's no preference, and the author is, you can see over here. So let me directly go to the, so it says turn on the battery percentage. So it says turn on the battery percentage, so that will give you certain idea like how fast it's draining. Updated software, yeah, this also plays an important part. So if your software is not up to date, your operating system might not work as it should, so it might lead to the fast draining of battery. So use energy saver, that's the other part. You can turn on your energy saving mode. You can put your MacBook on energy saving mode. Dim screen, as I said before, brightness, that also consumes a lot of battery. So I turned the backup app. I told you guys, you have to minimize the background activity. So background activity that consumes, and turn off Wi-Fi booth. I told you. This was also included in my Microsoft tips. Then let me see the final one. Oh, it's giving me this. Let me cancel. Clean a system. So they have suggested to use this app. So I personally don't know what it. I personally haven't used this, but there are few apps online, or you can purchase them like antivirus. You can clean a Mac, so it will just remove the unwanted files and folders that are being in your MacBook for a long time, or you haven't used that, and those are the unnecessary folders. So, and what I believe I missed one point to include it over here. So, final point to save battery is regular charging. Sorry, regular charging of can call it full charge of your MacBook. Here's the deal. So So what this means is, let's see this thing. So whenever you charge a MacBook with the genuine charger, if you charge it up to 50%, then that's not the, so if you charge up to 50%, then your MacBook's battery will charge only up to half cycle. So 100%, it accounts to full cycle charge. So if you charge up to 50%, then that's half cycle. So whenever you charge your MacBook, it's best, or it's suggested to charge up to 100%, so that it will work. Your battery can mobilize the full 100% capacity of your, like your MacBook can mobilize the 100% capacity of your battery. So if you charge it 50%, then like if you keep on charging 50, sometimes 60, sometimes 70, then that might, like in process of using a MacBook, it might shorten your battery life. So it's always suggested to use your MacBook till like below like 10 to 15, and don't charge until that. And if once you charge it up to 100%, then only take out your charge. But here's the problem. Normally MacBook, they're being used by student, work, different company workers, and have to watch movies, like different, all the people who use MacBook. So whenever we are watching movies, if the battery goes down, we just connect the charger and we keep on watching. So that's not a healthy way to charge your MacBook, but still, in those circumstances, we can use it with charging, and we can use it at the same time. But also, it is not suggested to use a MacBook while charging, but that's beyond the I think that cannot be implemented, because we keep on using our MacBook. So suppose I'm a student and I need to use my MacBook for various things, for my homework, for my projects, for the other activities for my personal use, like emailing, searching, googling, everything. So if my MacBook is 10% and I have to charge it and use it on the same time, so it doesn't make that much sense nowadays, but it is just suggested thing. So yeah, charge up to don't use it while charging. That's suggested. You don't have to. And whenever you charge up to 100% and take out a charge. Yeah, don't. You can plug it to charge all the time. It's not suggested, but we keep on doing. That's fine. I also do that. Yeah. So. So let's search. So here are the thing. Yeah. Let me search another topic. So who? Let's search first MacBook ever. So MacBook is a line of Macintosh notebook computers designed and manufactured. So I open Wikipedia and it's showing me MacBook about the MacBook manufactured and sold MacBook. So a new line of computers by the same name was released in 2015. So according to this website, it says 2006, 2006, Intel dual core processor GMA50. I believe this is the first one, the polycarbonate one. Then looking towards its specification, it has the port are all left badge on the early mode from left to right and megaset power connected. So this is the specification, you can check it. So this has been accessed through the Wikipedia. Yeah, you can go and search it. So here are more details of the model specification. Yeah, this is the information over here. Always good to know. PowerBook. They had PowerBook before. Oh. So according to this picture, it says they had announced 1991. The release on the same date. It looks more of a like laptop. So it is the primitive version of the MacBook, I believe so. And it says Macintosh PowerBook. Yeah. So these were the older model. These were the older model. Yeah. And nowadays we have MacBook. Yeah. Is this a MacBook? Yeah, it should be. Yeah. It's a MacBook. Oh, 20. Oh, that means I think this is the first one. Yeah, 2006. You know who is the inventor of MacBook? I think you guys know it. So, inventor of MacBook. Steve Jobs. Yeah. So, normally MacBook is a product of Apple, and Apple, it was found by it. It has a long history of Apple, like series of things went through, and you can look at it. through here, like what went through, how it was developed, what was the first product, and how they keep on going since since the establishment. What are these job offering? Who is the founder and how much the company worth? You can find all those information online. Yeah. Now it's a multinational corporation. It has its brands all over the world. I believe most of the, not most of the country, but it's a few countries. So now I had my eyes on the battery percentage. It's 81%. I believe it's almost 40, almost. How many minutes? 40 minutes. I believe it's almost 40 minutes. That means, let's do a calculation. How long did it last? I think you guys can now hear my fan of the MacBook's running fast. Since I've been using 2-3 things in the background, so it's running fast. I think you guys can hear that. So I had 100%, and I started to use it. Then 90%, it dropped down to 90%, and it was about 20 minutes. Now it's almost 81%, and almost 40 minutes. So tentatively, I assume my battery in 1 hour it is 60 minutes. So it's going down each 20 minutes. It's going approximately 10% is down. That means by the 1 hour, I believe it would be almost 70%. 70%, yeah, tentatively 70% at the end of an hour. So I already told you. So what are the things that consume the battery a lot? And when we at first when we googled what's the normal capacity of battery, it said 8 hours. So that was when you normally use it, like when you don't have a lot of things going on at the background of a MacBook, and if you have regular brightness. Now in my MacBook, it has more than normal, like more than average, not average, more than normal brightness. So this other thing, it affects the longevity of charging, longevity of MacBook's battery. Yeah. So I went through this thing. I believe this might be helpful, and you might have some sort of idea, like if you use it normally, if you use 3-4 app, how long it might last, and if you just use it regularly, it will last a bit longer than that is reflecting right now. So strips off. Now I'll be opening up. Let me use another app. I'll use Excel. Yeah. So Excel is another app. This is Microsoft featured app. And since you guys know there's already 2 to 3 apps running at the background, this has been added. So what I believe is this Excel's processes, it's also taking some process time at the background. So my battery, it might, so we had expected, let me show you, we had expected to be almost 70% by the end of an hour, but it might go more lower. Let's assume 60 to 70%. This is just assumption. So this was almost a fact. I just recorded, just noted down. But this is assumption. We'll be looking at it at the end of the hour. So I don't have any stopwatch right now, so to exactly note like at what time I started, but I believe it was almost 3:30 to 3:32. Then it should be, I think it's almost 3:30. So now it's 40 minutes. I was a bit wrong over here. 40. So it's 78 now. It might go down 55 to 68. It's going down by 12%. That means 68. Yeah. These are the revised. I believe it's now 40 minutes, 42 minutes. So I'm using Excel. So I'll do some stuff over here. So normally Excel, I think you guys know how to use Excel. I can, if you guys request, I can make a separate video like how to, what are some functions of Excel and what you can do. Basically, in my experience, Excel is very useful for the reporting, and if you have to formulate any, like if you have to calculate any formulas to get the answer, if you have some rigid formula and if you want to do several calculations, this is really helpful. This platform is really helpful. And Excel, they offer a business version of Excel that is super powerful than the regular one. So if you are related to any companies, they might be using the business version. So that's really helpful. That's really powerful. So let's see. Let's implement few formulas. Suppose in exam you get questions like this. Suppose question is find the area of the rectangle. This might be a question. Rectangle. Rectangle having length and breadth as follows. So this might be a question, and they might give you what? Length is, they'll give you like long list. They'll give you length is, let's say width. It might be more helpful for most of us. So they'll give 10 meter. This is a unit. Let's say unit in meter, suppose in meter, then You don't have to write it down, you can just drag it down over here. That's helpful. With this 5 meter, 4 meter, 2 meter, 33 meter, you get a huge number. 22, you get like 1034. Oh, sorry. You get 1034. You can just do code it and paste it. That'll be good. You get like 1000. So if this is the problem, and if you have Excel, suppose let me frame this problem. I can use a lot of borders to highlight this thing. Then what I can do is I can do this thing. I can do cut it down. I can do question. Then I can merge this. If I merge these lines, then I can merge it. Let me extend it. Merge in center. And go a little bit top. Then question would be this one. I can still merge this. Find the area of rectangle as 4. So this thing in mirror, I can still, I don't need 2 of them. I can do it in one. So you can still merge that, yeah. And to make it more visible, I can use the border, thick border. For entire questions, I like to use thick border. Here we go. Suppose this might be like more. They might give you like 15, 20, yeah. So if you have Excel, and you can use Excel, so you can, the formula. Now here comes the formula. You have to know this formula to calculate the area of rectangle. It is what area? It would be calculated by length times height, width. Here it's width. Width or height? It's not actually height. It's breadth. You can call it breadth or width. Yeah. So let me give this cell an area. We'll be calculating area over here. We know it is length times width. So if you want to use formula, you can. So for this cell, we can create a formula for one cell, then it'll be automatically done for the other cell if we have the data in this align form. So let's say we'll be doing it here. So we're going to calculate the area 10 and 15 over here, 10 and 15 over here, 10 and 5, sorry. So you drag it over here, then you can write a formula over here. At first it should be equals to, so it will be length, just click over here in the cell, so it will register D6, the position of the cell is D6 times the cell of breadth, so it will be E6. So if you enter it, then it gives me 50. Yeah, that's correct. Hold on, just for a minute. Yeah guys, I'm back again with few water. I had waters. So this cell is scripted with formula. So as you know, this is line, this is width. So once you have formula, you can drag it. Since you have these values on the aligned cells, you can just drag and drop. So you need it till here. Boom. This is the magic of Excel. So you had formula for this row. Now if you double click it, you can see formula. See, it automatically, once you drag and drop, it automatically the formula automatically implies for the lower shells. So 4 times 2 it's 8, 33 times 22 it's 726. I believe in Excel. That's the correct one. I can do it here too to verify. Equals to 23. Yeah, it's correct. No doubt on that. 20,333 times 1024. So absolutely should be this one. Yeah. So once you have the answer, you can just, it's your choice how to format it. You don't have to format it, but if you want it to be presentable, then yeah, you'd prefer to format it. And you can add colors. It'll look more visible. So if you add colors, then that's considered to be given more preference. You can bold it. Bold. Yeah. So area I can drag and drop over here. I can still use the same color area. Yeah. So here's the question, here's the answer. So I think you guys feel this as informative. Basically I'm checking the battery percentage and I'm running something in the background. So I give you a bit idea on how to use Excel. So other thing, many people find it difficult to read this. So what you need to do, they feel like using commas. So we have this feature. I can select whatever I want to comma. I can select everything. So I can press this thing, so it will give me on 2 precision. So I can reduce this zeros by clicking twice. So it's more easier to read. So it's 20,000, 33, 1,000, 30, 34. This is 21,024,322. Yeah, it's correct. So I used Excel for almost like 10 minutes here. So let me cancel this here. Let me cancel this, not cancel, but let me minimize this. And I have this also running. Now, yeah, let me go back. So here comes the deal. Other thing is, we could have formatted this thing in Excel so it would look more presentable. I can still do it here. I can insert a tab, insert a table. I can do that, yeah. But it will be extra work. In MS Word, if you want to insert a table, you have to select that. But in Excel, you already have the tables. You have all these rows and columns already defined in the table. And if you want to build some formulas, you can do it. If you want to do some analysis, you can do it from there. So now it's almost I believe it's almost 40. Hold on. it's almost 50 minutes and above. So now the battery percentage is 69%. I believe it's 55 minutes almost. So it's going down. So after I open Excel, I believe it would go more like the battery draining rate would be more, but it's decreasing not that fast. But yeah, we can see like 31% is going down on 55 minutes. That means it's almost 1%. It will work for 2 minutes approximately. If you're using 2 to 3 app or 3 to 4 app that's consuming battery, and 3 app and it's consuming battery along with it is it is not using that. I know Safari takes a lot of RAM. This is one of the factors it's going, the battery drainage is being fast. That's the one of the reason. But I have few apps. So if I show you, I don't know, let me show you. I have this app IntelliJ, Xcore. These are basically used for coding. This app they use a lot of RAM. So I have this Discord. It doesn't use Android Studio. This is the one of the app that consumes a lot of RAM. It's being open. I don't want to open it up. It will drain my. Let me quit it down. Yeah, quit. Yeah, that's good. So I believe it's almost, we are in towards the video. I feel this is informative. So here's the thing. If you guys have any suggestion, you can post. You can post your comment. If you need videos regarding any technical, if you need information regarding any technical issues or any technical terms, if you don't understand any technical terms, you can ask me to make a video on that. I'll be happy to help you guys. And yeah, as a computer student, I might have some information that might be useful for you guys. Yeah, I feel that way. Like if you guys don't know and if you ask me, I can share the information that I have, and it would be, and I'd be always happy to share the information that I know, the only truthful information. Yeah, I don't want to try to give false information and make people like create more confusion. Yeah. If I know it, I'll try to answer it properly. Otherwise, no, I'll be telling straight. I don't have a lot of information. I need to do research. Give me some time, and I can provide you more information. Yeah, so everything goes fair. So I think again this is fruitful. This video is fruitful for you. And finally, I believe I started from 3:30, and it's 4:29. It should be, if it's not 1 hour, it should be approximately 50. It is absolutely 50 plus minutes, but it might be more or less 1 hour. Yeah. So our battery, it went down till 66. It's 66 now. That means, yeah. So at the end movement, I can show you this thing. We can divide it. You guys know it. If we can multiply it, that means we can do division. So we had 100% at the beginning. Now we have 66. Suppose it's 1 hour. So Let me subtract this thing. Minus 2 is 34. In an hour there is 60 minutes. In an hour there is 60 minutes. So let me see the rate, how fast it went down. 60 minutes. Let me calculate like how many minutes it accounts for the 1%. 60 minutes divided by 34. So here's the thing, 1% of battery, so it supported 1.74 minutes for the MacBook for using all those things. Like everything is, I have this Excel going on, I have the Microsoft or Safari, and once I open Android Studio, everything, like whatever is going through, and at the background the fan is running, everything, background activity is going on. So everything running, it's accounting 1.76. So that's not bad. I believe that's not bad. And I have been using this Mac since a year, more than a year. So I feel battery is in good, the battery health it's in good status. So finally, if you have anything, if you want me to make a video on any information, you can ask about any technical issues, or I'm also open to make videos about any science and technology. Or if you have anything, any question related beyond that, you can still ask me. If I have information, I'd be happy to pass the information to you guys. Yeah, thank you guys for watching my video. Keep loving. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, and also turn on your notification bell icon, because I'll be posting a lot of useful material that might be helpful to you, that might be helpful to your relatives, your family. Also, keep loving, guys. Thank you for today.